So every time I'm asked this question, the thing that always springs to mind takes me back to a pitch that I was doing for a piece of consultancy work many years ago. As a C-level exec, I've got a very, very short attention span.
Morning, Craig. How are you?
Oh yeah, very well, thank you, Dan. And yourself?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you. Pretty good. So thanks for joining me. So before we start, do you want to give people 30 seconds of who is Craig Willis?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess my background follows sort of two tracks, really. One of those is a career working with mainly tech startups, including my own startup. I'm now working with a company called Netcall, which again is another tech company which is focused on delivering optimization and innovation software through intelligent automation solutions. But the other sort of track of my background is a real passion that I've always had in trying to understand how organizations work so they can be improved. And I've always found the best way to do that is to focus on business processes, because if you can understand the process in an organization, everything else that you need to deliver change and transformation sort of flows from there, because essentially what you're trying to do is understand what's the organization trying to achieve, what does it need to do in order to get there, who do you need to do those things, and then you can start to look at what tools that you need to do that as well. So if anyone's looking at me, looking at my social media presence, you'll generally hear me talking about processes and process improvement, because I've always seen that as such the essential stepping stone for change and transformation.
Brilliant. Thank you. So, tough one, I know, but best piece of advice you've ever received?
So every time I'm asked this question, the thing that always springs to mind takes me back to a pitch that I was doing for a piece of consultancy work many years ago. And at the time I was working with a then retired CIO from the retail industry. He was advising our business at the time. And he said this thing to us one day. He said, as a C-level exec, I've got a very, very short attention span. I'm constantly dealing with all sorts of major challenges. After this meeting, I'm going to be going to another one where I'm going to talk about something that's going to be equally, if not more important than what you've got to tell me. So you've got 60 seconds to tell me the problem that I've got and what I can do about it. And the point that he was trying to make is this. We had done a huge amount of research and analysis of the organization. We'd identified numerous issues, some really exciting solutions. We'd put together a huge slide deck that covered all of this information. And the way we looked at it is that any sensible person looking at our slide deck would be absolutely compelled to take action. Like, the evidence that we'd put together was there in black and white. But what he was saying is that was all great, but if you couldn't get that to me very quickly and succinctly straight away, or spark my interest in it, then I'm going to forget about this and I'm going to be dealing with the next problem that I've got on my plate. Yeah. So when I think about how I've used that was great from a sort of sales perspective, because it was about sort of getting that point across. But I've carried that principle through everything that I've done ever since then. And you'll know, Dan, that a huge part of delivering change and transformation programs, a big part of that is a sales exercise. Because you're essentially trying to sell an idea or a vision to a whole variety of different stakeholders. So the thing that I've always kept in my mind is to almost try and think about all of those stakeholders as that C-level exec. And it's like, how can I get that vision and idea through to them? Like, what's the problem that they all recognize, and what's a simple thing that they need to do to be able to take action for it?
Fantastic. Thanks. And if people wanted to reach out and get in contact with you, what kind of contacts would be useful for you and for them, and how would they go about doing that?
Well, the best place to find me is on LinkedIn. Craig J Willis. Search for me, you should find me. As I said, I'm working for a company called Netcall. I'm very passionate about the process, or what I call the sort of strategic process view of an organization. So if anyone wants to have a chat, discuss how we can apply process at a strategic level, learn more about some of the tools that we've developed over the years to be able to engage people across an organization and drive a culture and mindset of continuous improvement, then reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time.
Brilliant.